In the top left-hand corner, sorry, I was messing around. In the top left-hand corner,
I was like, what's going on here, Greetour?
as the red protest, it is MacSed, who is currently up 1-0 in this series, with a really nice little cheese in the beginning stage. And over in the bottom right-hand corner of Akalon Waste, it is the blue Zerg Acer Scarlett, who I think definitely represents very well the Western Hemisphere of StarCraft. I said it in
I was trying to piece it together.
my
You're
hype
speaking
video.
in Old English.
The Western Hemisphere?
When you said, like, she represents very well the Western Hemisphere. It's like there's like 5 or 6 commas in your sentence, Andre, which is
That's how I roll, bro.
right.
I just shove commas in there. Anywhere.
Between every single word.
Anytime I can. Commas will be used.
That's alright. Numbers is more of your game anyway.
Thanks, bro.
Well, you know, interesting that you brought up the fact that Max said you said that he cheesed in game 1.
Yeah, what a cheeser. Because I'm defending
But
Scarlet.
because while it is true that if you scout it, you stopped it, but this is somewhat expected of MacSed at the same time. I feel like if MacSed went triple Nexus after like Gateway, which we've seen sometimes, right? 1 gate triple Nexus.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a cheese, if anything, from MacSed.
Throw it
That's like
in.
a super cheese.
Are you making fun of me? Because that's the
No.
only build I do.
Oh, is that what you do now?
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Yeah. And Ben was like, the other day, Ben was like on cast, he was like, yeah, Great Orb does this. And he didn't mention that. He's like, and I call him a cheesy person for it. Yeah.
Holder.
He calls me cheesy all the time. I'm like, dude, it's not cheesy. It's freaking standard. What are you talking about? It is standard, Frodan.
Well, it's standard, and you usually go like triple Stargate afterwards, and you get the Robo, and you go Void Ray Colossus, control the map. That's actually a build that Jim likes to do very often.
And Naniwa just did it in WCS EU today.
We saw a little bit of that in WCS Europe. Thank you for pointing that, Greetour. We'll see how MacSed does, though. I don't think that's really his style. He likes being really aggressive. And why not? Scarlett's a great mid to late game Zerg player. Why let her set up the way you want to? And that early War Prism drop with Sentry has kind of made Scarlett a little bit more careful. And what makes it so heartbreaking is that Scarlett tried scouting for it. She had the Zergling at the third, she had the Zerglings all over to the bottom part of the map, and Overlords in position, just narrowly missing it every time until it was too late.
Scarlett's doing a really interesting opening over here, Frodan. Did you notice? No queens.
Was it triple hatch before pool?
Yeah, it was triple hatch. No, triple hatch before any queens.
Oh.
She still went the spawning pool, but she just didn't choose to get queens until.
Maybe she wants to line up
really
all 3
stopped.
queens.
It could be.
Somewhat.
Yeah, it could be. Very well could
Could be
be.
a stylistic thing. She doesn't even have supply room for a 3rd queen, though, so that's an interesting take on it. We'll have to check in, maybe even ask her about that if she gets the opportunity to be the winner's interview. Meanwhile, MacSed is going to wall off. Akalon Waste is a huge ramp, and as a result, normally you see lots of 4-gate pushes on Akalon Waste because you just need so many gateways to wall off.
+1 is definitely something that you would see as well, but no forges are going to be started up here. Stargate, yeah. So a very big difference to last game. Instead of a robotics facility getting a Stargate. The reason why we're not going to see any +1 attacks is because normally what happens is you get the forge directly after. That's like your first building after you get your Nexus up. And then you go gateway, and that gives you the ability to time out Warp Gate with +1 at the same time. It's really, really brutally efficient.
Ooh, Scarlett is going for a Roach Warren very quickly.
I like it.
Very nice. She is trying to see if she can scout a little bit of the naturals, maybe gas timings, but if she poked a little bit to the right, she'd see the Stargate. Regardless, MacSed does also see the Overlord, so he will use a Phoenix to push it out. We have seen MacSed go Phoenixes against Snoot in the round of 32, where he would follow this up with another big gateway shove. It's not a push, Andre. It's a shove. It was 3-4 more gateways after. It was like an 8-gate Phoenix attack.
Wow.
It was just ridiculously powerful because it was Zealot, Sentry, Phoenix. And I remember Snoot just kind of crumbled under them.
And do you know what's so powerful about that? Like, what's the normal style in Heart of the Swarm? Like, the most conventional style you can do for PvZ?
Like a Phoenix into Robo?
Yeah. So it feels like Phoenix into Robo into an expansion.
I was like really hoping I got that answer right, Andre. You gave me this look. I was like, I don't want to disappoint you.
Don't disappoint me, Frodan. I'm like your
But I
Asian
got
father.
it right? Phoenix into Robo.
Exactly.
And then third base.
And then when you see Phoenixes, you're like, okay, they're playing macro style. Let me get spores up, drone up again.
Here we go.
Because
Gateway
you
count.
need another huge drone up afterwards to stay in line. Get the gases up, of course. Gases are very expensive.
Give me one more gate. MacSed.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Is it only going to be 7 gates? Aw.
I'm disappointed in you, Frodan.
Well, I mean, 7 gates is still pretty damn powerful, Greetor. And look at it. He's only using the Phoenixes.
Oh, MacSed. Sorry, he's losing a sentry.
The sentry's safe? Wow.
What?
It's actually tucked right between this little pillar.
Okay.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Holy moly, 15 drones on the way out. The Roach Warner is just a precautionary measure.
That's not really good. Yeah. 15 drones when MacSed's powering up. But MacSed also uses Phoenixes to kind of clear out the space. If you can look all over the map, very nice clearing. Queen getting picked off is very nice for MacSed as well, just limiting his ability to defend.
Oh! Sorry.
No, he's
unnecessary caster hype.
Almost. That would have been actually really cool if Scarlett got that queen away.
Wow, and now going Infestation Pit. This is crazy.
This is hard to hold off if MacSed was walking up the ramp right now.
No.
But
okay, Scarlett
MacSed has been kind of sloppy with his pylons. He should be having it all the way across the map, so that will buy some time. Oh, and now she sees the heavy Zealot sentry.
She's already on unit production, though. She's been droning up like crazy. 68 drones. That is a ton to have. But she just started and finished her first production cycle of units. She needs a lot more before the first engagement. So hopefully she can get a couple of, just denies. But, ooh, wow, that's a lot of force fields.
Yeah, the force fields, 5 on the ramp. The Roach is trying to come in, and Time Warp as well. MacSed controlling this beautifully, lifting the queens. And a second Time Warp, which might be a little overkill, but just for security. Now trying to section off and rally.
I think this is actually pretty good for Scarlett, though. She's powering pretty hard. Oh, wait, 7 gates. Sorry.
There are 7 gates, and the third base is a little bit harder to protect, although MacSed did burn a lot of energy without decisively doing something to the third base, or at least killing off a majority of the army. Now Stalkers are rallying in because they realize that MacSed needs a little bit more. Still, it's a very intimidating army. Scarlett now starting to benefit off of that 3 base, finally given time.
Scarlett's going to break this. Really nicely done, clearing up all the Zealots. And look, there's only one more force field, probably going to be used for Guardian Shield. It's a lot better to do that. More units going to be struggling in here. 3 queens being produced to keep up with that. Drones are being pulled. And MacSed is being pushed back all the way. If the Stalker count gets cleaned up, this is going to be really good for Scarlett, and it's looking like it's going to happen, maybe, Frodan.
Yep, MacSed is losing a lot of Stalkers, but still, it's going to be very tough. Scarlett did pull drones. It's making it tougher, and the queens have been pulled off. Scarlett did have to make more queens in order to keep the injects up, but now getting the flank on the Stalkers. MacSed may have overextended slightly. The creep spread being invaluable for the Zerg army as Scarlett presses forward to try to eliminate the remainder of the Protoss army.
And there it goes. That's going to end things really, really harshly. Void Rays starting up. MacSed did continue 1 probe production. Cool.
He's still behind, 45 to 52.
He's so far behind. And remember, larva mechanics give you the ability to produce 2.5 times faster than Protoss. That means you can get drones out so much faster and repopulate that third base. It's going to be very easy for Scarlett to get back into the economy of 3 base and really let it roar, let it soar, and then, of course, let it win. I couldn't think of anything that rhymed with roar.
I'm not either. I'm not a rapper. I'm a caster. Scarlett is going to go for a quick hive in response to this. I usually leave the rapping for Mr. Bitter. He likes to rhyme stuff.
He loves rhyming stuff.
And our intern's also pretty good too. I heard.
He's a Korean rapper, professional, I think.
No, he's a struggling rapper. that's last time I heard. He's like also 3 feet away from me and trying to chuckle because he knows it's true.
Just to let you know, it makes a lot of sense to go hive in this position, right? Getting out.
That's what I was trying to get. I was trying to Scarlett's going hive, and then we started talking about rapping.
I know. I'm sorry, bro. That's my fault. Well, why is it so good to get hive, Ferdinand?
Well, I feel like the logical transition, because you see so many Roach Hydra, and you can't really go Stargate, is to go for the Robo. And then you can just get Vipers out.
Exactly.
To complement your Roach Hydra.
I mean, Vipers, I would say, are always a good decision, right? They're like the
Usually.
Infestors.
There is like, it's unlike Infestors and Wings of Liberty, there is a breaking point where Vipers don't give you return.
It's like a toned down version of Infestors. And it's because they don't do damage, direct damage. They're complete support. But it's like, it's kind of like Ben support, you know? Doesn't do a lot of damage, but you need it. You need it here and there.
That's right. It's a very good analogy, and I think Scarlett is going to use that to maximum effect. 4 Vipers on the way. Again, good job spreading creep from the beginning and now following through to make sure that the Roach Hydra has 2 avenues, maybe even 3 of attack. And MacSed's moving out. He's not going to take a third base. I mean, I like this better than trying to hold the third, which is almost hopeless in the face of Vipers. But still, this is just such a feeble army compared to what Scarlett has.
And again, the pylons aren't set up. So this is going to be a lot slower. I mean, the reinforcement is going to be so poor. And now engaging in the worst possible scenario.
In the open, let me get surrounded. Momoro, you're not going very far. And you're not going far either. It's just going to be the Gateway army with the one Void Ray and the one Phoenix. GG Scarlett.